Hey everyone, Marshmallow Man here. Today we're talking about the ErgoStand Air, Cooler Master's newest passive laptop cooler that doubles as a Razer stand. It features a hollow frame structure constructed from aluminium alloy for ample airflow and ventilation, as well as added thermal dissipation. It is designed to fold flat for easy storage and portability, as well as keeping the workspace clean and tidy. As the name implies, the ErgoStand Air is featherweight light, being a little more than half a kilo at 0.63 kilos, hence it is very portable. But while it is light, it is built with a 4mm thick aluminium alloy, which makes it very sturdy. It's mainly built out of aluminium apart from two rubber paddings that the laptop will rest on when deployed. Below the ErgoStand Air, you'll find a Cooler Master logo and our handsome mascot. Quite a simple design. On top of the stand, there's a thick rubber padding that serves as a secure surface for the laptop to rest on. Over here we can also see the edge of the stand, which is also chamfered and is a good touch as it avoids any laptops or other hardware being scratched by the stand. As we mentioned earlier, the ErgoStand can be adjusted to 5 height levels. From its lowest to 3rd level, it provides better typing ergonomics as the keyboard is lifted towards the user, allowing the hands to be placed in a more natural position. The deployment of the stand is very simple as users can simply fold and slot it into the 5 slots available. It is so simple it hardly has any room for error and chances to fail. On the 4th and 5th levels, the stand is able to lift the laptop up to provide the user with a better view of the display without the need of tilting your head downwards. It is crucial for long hours of use as having an optimal posture will generally affect the user's well-being and avoid future back issues. Yes, we have benchmarks too for the ErgoStand Air, despite it having no active components. Simply lifting up the laptop will generally give the laptop better airflow, hence more air to dissipate heat. We will be using a Huawei MateBook 14 as our sample laptop today. Our testing method is to stress test the laptop with real bench for 15 minutes and collect the hardware speed and heat to observe the thermal performance. We gave a gap of 5 minutes between tests for the laptop to cool down. In our control, we simply put the laptop on top of a table. What we can observe from the data we collected is that the thermal, which is the yellow line, and the CPU PPT, the green line, which is the amount of power used by the CPU to perform the benchmark, which remains high until mid of the test, and just dropped 20%. While we do see the core clock speed drop down too, it generally gave a consistent performance before it dropped, as the lowest clock speed before dropping is around 2.2 GHz and highest at 3.5 GHz. After dropping, the lowest clock speed is around 2.8 GHz, with the highest at 3.4 GHz. In general, after the dip, the temperature remained around the range of 88 degrees Celsius. On our second test, we simply put the laptop on the stand and run the test. Because of how the ErgoStand has holes in it, they're intended as a blocking mechanism in the middle, it should serve as extra ventilation holes even undeployed. What we can see in this is that the thermals also have similar dips, but this time much quicker. And before the dip, the lowest speed is 2.5 GHz. The highest I would say is 3.2 GHz here. While after dipping, the lowest speed is around 2.7 GHz and the fastest around 3.5 GHz. In general, after the dip, the temperature remained around the range of 98 degrees Celsius. We skip the 1st to 3rd levels as our tests here are meant to focus on thermal performance, so we will only observe at levels that are highly likely to have the highest effect, which is the 4th and 5th levels. Over at the 4th level, we generally see similar dipping. Before the dip, the lowest clock speed is around 2.7 GHz, highest at 3.4 GHz. After the dip, the lowest speed is at 2.7 GHz, while the highest is around 3.65 GHz, and temperatures remain steady around 93 degrees Celsius. At the 5th level benchmark is a bit of a mess. While we still see a minor dip in the CPU wattage, it is generally smaller compared to previous benchmarks. Also, the CPU speed fluctuates between 3.65 GHz and 3 GHz, while the temperature remains around 90 degrees Celsius with a spike to 110. We believe the general increase in performance is a show of proof that the ErgoStand Air does provide better ventilation, but the way the laptop is designed is to use any additional thermal headroom to push for more performance. So let's get to the user experience of the ErgoStand Air. My favorite feature about it is lifting the display up high. We have a generous boost of 11 cm vertically for any laptop you put on top of it, and with a 4mm thick stand, the ErgoStand Air remains steady. Officially, Cooler Master states that the maximum support for the stand is only up to a 15-inch laptop with a maximum payload of 20 kilos. If you think about it logically, it is a stand, and you likely can put a 17-inch laptop that is under 20 kilos on top of the ErgoStand Air, so long as you can balance it and get away with it. Over here, you can see the laptop placed side by side with a Huawei MateView 28-inch monitor. The view is extended and you can see an extended multi-monitor setup that runs parallel. This is crucial, as using the multi-monitor setup, our eyes move from side to side, rather than moving from the bigger monitor side and down towards the laptop. It gives lesser travel time plus better ergonomics for not needing to tilt your head. Priced at 145 ringgit, I believe its function and features are justified at this price point. Its chamfered edge avoids damaging your other devices. It is also sturdy with it being 4mm thick while remaining very portable. Its simple mechanism that just cannot fail, providing better ventilation for laptops, and being able to lift the laptop up to eye level is something you couldn't achieve without putting a big box or a bunch of books below the laptop. As so, we don't have anything to complain about it. It does everything it should, and there's not really anywhere it falls short. With that, I conclude this review. If you like what you see, please subscribe to our channel for more videos and reviews like this. You can also check out the official Portdo.net Facebook and Instagram pages. We also have our very own Telegram channel where you can find all our news and videos posted every day. Until then, this is Marshmallow Man signing off.